Hey guys, it's here bringing you another video and welcome to something a little bit different. I did say a few days ago that if you guys wanted me to do my 3v3 placements right at the end of the season, we'd do it. So this is it. So we're going straight into the action. As you'll see here, this is the team fight number 1. So I've kind of just made highlights of the first 5 games of the placements. And yeah, we're just going to kind of go over some of the games quite quick. We'll go over some of the games a bit longer. So if you guys like this, throw a like on it. Let me know that you've enjoyed it. And this is part 1 of 2. So part 2 will probably come out in a few days' time, where we'll complete the placements, that type of thing. So this is game 1. So again, I don't play 3s. I'm duoing with my friend called Jeebers at the moment. He doesn't play 3s. So we don't really know what the meta is. So we kind of just went for like, hey, let's just go and duo bot lane. And then there was some miscommunication in the champion select. And so I ended up taking Smite when I probably didn't want Smite. So game 1 was a little bit rough. Again, we are playing obviously the 3v3 flex mode, which does means we have a pug at the moment. And this Victor, he wasn't very good. A lot of the time, he got his ultimate off a little bit too late or actually cast it on the wrong target. Big team fight coming up. We know they're coming. I go for the CC on the Wukong. Now, unfortunately, what happens here, we lose vision of the bush. And then Jeebers, who's playing Xayah, just didn't have enough time to react. So really, we needed vision to stay in that bush, and we would have been okay. So I think this was game 1. I glance over this game very quickly when it comes to the replay of it, because there's just no point going over this type of game. But yeah, let me know if you guys play 3s. If you do, what champions are good, because again, I'm a novice. By the time this video comes out, I probably haven't played the rest of the 3s games yet. So that was game 1. Game 2, it's a little bit different. We're playing Alawi, and I've also said to myself, all 10 games, I'm going to play a different champion, because why not? So we're against a Fiora, and if you're wondering, the general skill level of the players we're against, it kind of varied. I actually do think this Fiora was a silver player. Later in the video, we're against a platinum one-trick Katarina. I don't think I ever played against another diamond person. Maybe the Victor later on was. But yeah, we got first blood. Don't know why the Fiora came back in. Practically suiciding there. Obviously a Maokai jungle on the enemy team, trying to finish me off on very low health. Obviously the regen from Alawi W gets myself a very early double kill. And you can probably guess where this is going a little bit later. Wondering there, I ult on purpose. If you're like, Huz, you just wasted ult. No, what your ultimate does and why you sometimes see Alawis do it, even if someone's not nearby, it speeds up your tentacles. Your tentacles, I think, are double speed when you ult. So I did that on purpose to kill the Fiora in the backline there. So going for the tower, Maokai tries to stop me. Jeebers now on Wukong. I go for another ultimate, make sure I kind of clean up my ultimate damage and everything. Picks up the Maokai. Probably going to stay on this clip a little bit longer, because Ahri, I believe, is coming from the bot lane. Me and Fiora are still kind of, near each other. Jeebers goes for the Ahri. She's very low health. Me and the Fiora might, have a little bit of a tussle here. She uses her W at the completely wrong time. If she wants to use the W, she has to wait for my E. The E actually will work. And boom, there is an ace. So you can kind of sense how this game is going. Going down to the bot lane. We're getting, teamed. This is a very common thing people do in this game mode. Wait in that bush, try to gank somebody. You can see one of my teammates just back out. They don't, I don't need them. We just get a double kill. Even though they went for the gank, waiting in the bush. There's just nothing they can do. And then finally, I just thought, let's get rid of that game. So that game was a very big stomp. Alawi's a very strong champion in 3v3s. Win the lane, just completely wreck people in team fights. Next, we're playing Brand. So I actually think Brand is a pretty good mage for 3v3s. And this is a platinum one-trick Katarina. She had like 400 games or something like that on Katarina in solo queue now. And I actually would recommend Brand in general as a Katarina counter. Especially if you go the Riley build, which is what I do this game. You basically just slow her, and because she's so slow, it makes your stuns very easy to land, and it's just very effective. And now this is where a friend of mine, my second friend called Aaron, he's playing Gnar. His in-game name is like Tentry or something. He joins us for a bit of fun, and yay, my friends are finally getting back into League. It feels great. I don't really know what's made them get back into League, but they are starting to play again, so smile on my face. They all haven't really played for a whole year. But he's an unranked player. When he has played ranked, I think he's been about silver, and he's against a platinum Aurelia. So there was a little bit of a mismatch in skill in the top lane. So the Aurelia was getting a little bit strong, was killing him in the 1v1, but that's nothing that we shouldn't expect. The Katarina was getting a little bit frustrated in the lane. As you can see, the level difference was quite big, but she goes for an all-in, which was questionable. You can see Aurelia's blade was just there, so I kind of just say, again, I'm on comms with these two, like, hey, she was in that bush, so he turns around, we go for a fight. I'm expecting her to go for a lot of damage. Again, at this point, she is very strong. She goes for an all-in, and she manages to survive with the skin of her teeth, with that triumph, obviously, from her rune set. So that's unfortunate, but it does happen. Now moving on to just show you the power of Brand versus Katarina. Completely one-shot her. Again, that clip was practically just to say, play Brand if you're worried about Katarina. If you're like, I don't know what to play, you know, I struggle against that champion, play Brand. It's pretty good. Riley build to basically maximize how much you can land your abilities on her. And then there's really not a lot they can do. Again, I don't play Brand that much. I'm against a platinum one trick, so it should be a good player on Cat. And there's just nothing she can do. Going for a gank in the top lane here. Go for a, you know, double play on me. I do a really weird flash. We blow up the Aurelia. Tryndamere is now in the mix with the Katarina now showing up eventually. Jeebus just makes it out with the skin of his teeth on Kayn. He had never played Kayn before. Again, Jeebus is like, he has been platinum a few years ago, but he's basically like a gold player when he does play. But yeah, he'd never played Kayn before, but he absolutely loved it. Going for a big team fight here, we completely obliterate the whole enemy team comp. Again, Brand, he's really good. Again, this isn't just a 3v3 exclusive thing that Brand can do. That's Brand in Summoner's Rift. He can just blow people up, and it's like, hello. So yeah, recommend. I couldn't recommend it enough. So we're nearing the end of the game. Again, I skip ahead when you guys kind of know how the game is going. So we basically just kept winning these team fights. The Aurelia was the problem, so we just kind of focus her a little bit. The Tryndamere, from memory, was a silver player, so it was 2 platinums and a silver Tryndamere. And you can see there in the bottom left, report Kata. So they weren't pre-made. Again, the 3v3 is flex queue. There's no pre-made 3v3. And again, she just got beat. It wasn't trolling. She just got beat by a diamond player. There's nothing really more. Now, this game I highlight, I think, quite a bit because I love this game. So, as you can see, it's a Taric Master Yi, so it's a cheese strat, right? So, they're trying to win in basically just kind of having like a boosty type situation, you know, just protect the Master Yi with the Taric. He's basically not doing anything apart from ulting the Master Yi. So, it's all about cheesing. And what made this game really satisfying is one of two things. One, it's a cheese strategy. Don't know why that Master Yi did that. It's a cheese strategy. I don't like cheese, so I like beating cheeses. But also the Echo on the enemy team. Oh man, he was a rager. He was a rager. He was salty. He like was in all chat moaning about how Anivia is overpowered. Like I don't even think people play Anivia in 3v3s. I was just like, I want to play Anivia. Again, we're not playing meta here. We don't know the 3v3 meta. So we go for a team fight, and the whole point of the enemy team comp with a Taric, etc., is just the Master Yi. If you kill the Master Yi, their whole team comp falls apart. But if you allow him to kill you while he's immune, then that's where the cheese comes in. So it's basically focusing the Master Yi as much as we can, kill him, and then their comp falls apart. So we're just going to, you know, fast forward here and there. So they really went for this strategy quite often. They really wanted to try and get the double orbs. Again, Anivia's very good at defending it. So my team is slowly starting to collapse. You can see Xin is actually dead right now, which was Jeebus. So it is a 2v3 potentially. So we do have to be a little bit careful. So I was just stopping them. Had no idea that Echo was even there. So unfortunately, get caught out a bit. The wall, questionable, because the wall stops me now from helping and delays Jeebus too. So they do lock that in. Now they're going to turn for a big team fight. I go for my Q. I actually miss it, which was a big miss. Now this is the strength of the team comp. So boom, Taric immunity. Now they're completely immune while, like, you know, they're in my ultimate. They're taking no damage. And, you know, they can basically just clean up. Now, what's really annoying is the Master Yi was that close to death. He was at 40 hit points in the top left. So they do manage to, you know, kill us and stuff. And again, I think very soon, there's the question mark by the Echo. And, you know, because it was so easy, I just said, don't be a pleb. It was that type of game. You know, you're cheesing, you're all typing, don't be a pleb. So there's the pick on the Master Yi. So that's what we kind of are looking for there. If you pick him before a Taric ult comes in, it falls apart. It's basically the cheese goes away. Echo looks for maybe a bit of return. They don't get it. So again, this team fight, it's mainly a team fight game. Go for a Q, miss it. Get a really nice wall, however. So we're just going to blow up with the Ignite, blow up that guy, but also Jeebus gets blown up because, you know, Xin and Master Yi are kind of similar in what they want to do. So yeah. Next, sorry, actually, there might be a bit of a delay. Now we'll go into it. Taric Ultimate comes down. So this is, again, showing and highlighting the strength of what they want to do. Get the immunity. Master Yi just goes and kills everything. Darius does kill Master Yi. Echo comes in the back line. Picks up the Darius. He ults away. And that's probably going to be it for now. These two, I kind of think they want to dive me because why wouldn't they? you know, it's kind of just the strength of what those two champs will do. Tarek can put the stun on the Echo. He jumps on me. I could be a dead Anivia. I do have Egg Form up. You can see there's the desperation trying to get that stun. They're now 2v1ing. They're going under the tower with my ultimate already up. Kill the Echo. So there's now 2 of them dead. Tarek is the only one remaining. Again, because it's a cheese strat, the Tarek is only there, pure and simple, for the Master Yi. We get a nice wall, push him back into my ultimate, and then we are going to finish off the ace. But yeah, he's basically useless if Master Yi's not around. It's like a 2v3. Or, you know, it's not a 2v3. It's like a 2.5 versus 3, really. Echo going for an ultimate engage on me. I just decide just to go all in, use my Ignite, blow him up before he even can ult. So there's 1 kill to begin the whole fighting. Now we're going for the bot lane. I go for a nice wall, block them off, get a nice stun before anything can happen. Going for the Master Yi. I flash back into my ultimate, so if he wants to come for me, he has to go back into my ultimate, get a nice stun. After that, onto the Tarek. And pretty simple. Like, it's very clean. Again, funny enough, started to try hard in this game. I was very loosey-goosey at all the games in 3v3s, and, you know, you'll see the game after this, I was definitely loosey-goosey. But they annoyed me. You know, you're cheesing, you're all typing. Don't annoy me, otherwise I'm really going to want to beat you. So we kill the Master Yi. Now their team comp's fallen apart. Like, the whole point of their comp's gone. Get a nice engage on the Tarek. Darius getting a nice ult. We do finish off that kill, so there we go. Moving forward more, and, you know, we're just winning every team fight, more or less. Now, again, it's not in the clear running. We do walk into Echo there, so that was a bit of a mistake. But it's not clear running. Now, I kind of thought I didn't hit that wall on the Echo. Turns out I did. And he was completely stuck. So if I did have vision there, we would have killed him. But I just didn't know I actually caught him there. So again, a lot of these team fights were happening right here in the middle of the map. That they were waiting in a bush and then, you know, going all in. So there's the Master Yi strat. I'll make him immune. Then go for plays after. We go for an engage. Get a double stun there. Really nice. Finish off the Master Yi. And again, now we move on to them without the Master Yi. Get a nice stun on the Tarek. We keep in nearby. I'm trying to survive with my Zhonya's and my tier. Get ulted, but I do have my egg form up, which I did know. Just tell Jeebus, stay around. We can kill them both. Tarek going for a stun as soon as I come out of egg form. He goes for the flash. We get 1 kill. Throw my ultimate out. No echoes coming. Stop him. And then wall him off because he hasn't got E. He can't get away. And boom, there is a nice ace. So again, just very clean, more or less. A little bit fast forward again. I'm highlighting this game a little bit more because it was just very satisfying. Get a really nice stun after he uses E. Don't give him any chance. Kill him straight away. Now it's just the Tarek by himself. Really nice hook by Aaron there. Get the Tarek nearly. Ultimate coming through by the Master Yi. Just stand in my ultimate. This is what I'm telling my team. Stand in my ultimate. They are immune, but it'll be slowing them. We can CC them. And as soon as the Tarek immunity is gone, we can just really easily kill them. So again, it was very satisfying to beat the cheese, to beat the Rager, you know, the Echo. I don't know how much of that would have been in the chat in the bottom left. I haven't been paying attention, but some of it may have been. But there's a nice win. Now we move into the final game for this video, which was Lux. I will admit I don't highlight that much of this game. There's just not much point, to be honest. I'd say our comp wasn't great. There isn't much synergy between these 3 champions. And this was the game that the only other Diamond player that I ever played against was the Victor. And obviously he did the Iceborne build. Now this was like the best team fight that we had. A lot of damage coming through, but just not enough. It's that simple. We just didn't have enough damage just to clean sweep them. And this is just relatively how this game went. Is that we got some nice picks. We got some nice damage every now and then. But the enemy team relatively survived with like 2 or 3 of their members most fights. And now Victor does overcommit here, so he does make a mistake, and then minions are going to finish him off. So I do get a nice shutdown, but then Shaco, I think, picked me off after that. We're now pushing. We're going to look for potentially like a play under their tower, maybe go for a dive or something. Unfortunately, Jeebus uses that early, so we've got to be a little bit careful. Victor W comes down, and then ultimate was stunning 2 of us. I take tower damage. I miss my ultimate, which was really bad. Again, at this point, we played 5 games in a row. 3v3s, it's fun-ish. I think we may have, like, maybe we should have stopped at 4, because I think all of us were a bit like, get a nice stun on him, but it's not enough. Shaco comes in, finishes Aaron off. I go for the exhaust. Nothing really we can do about that. The enemy team, and again, that was out without Darius, by the way. So I potentially think our comp just wasn't very good. Now we move into a little bit later. Really good block by the Victor there. It makes Jeebus jump on himself. Little bit of an engage, but again, you can see here the damage difference is just way too high now. So I'm pretty sure this was just near enough the end of the game. It is 23 minutes in, so obviously I skipped a lot of this game. It was just relatively the same. What you've seen is just like engages. We do damage. We don't do enough. They just come and kill us in the end. The Shaco didn't really one-shot people per se. It was just what I said, you know. They just chase people down with slows, all that stuff. Ace, and there we go. But anyway, if you guys enjoyed the video, throw a like on it, subscribe, and look out for part 2.